I'm Melissa Giese. I'm the Executive Director of Institutional Research and Analytics, and I've been at MCC for 17 years. I'm a data nerd. I always was interested in research. I started research as an undergrad, had a research assistantship into graduate school. I get to do what I love, and I get to work with amazing people. I have the best team, and I really like solving puzzles, and nothing here is ever the same. It's important to make data understandable for everyone. I know that I love data, but not everybody does. So trying to get the point of the data across without maybe being so boring. Really, the biggest changes I see are the technology, not just technology for data and crunching numbers, and, but really tools that we're using for student success, being able to talk to students and being able to reach out to students. 17 years ago, we really wrote a lot of reports. I have a ton of reports. We would bind them. They're sitting on shelves outside, but people don't want to read that much detail anymore. So the IR Insight was my way to try and put short visualizations of the data together that were colorful and to be able to decipher better.
The way I think I started my journey towards becoming a historian and a history instructor is that I was raised in a family where I didn't really get to know much about my history because I was put into foster care at a young age. I was very invested in learning about as much history as I possibly could of other people's history, and over time it just became a really strong passion for me. Because of my childhood experiences, I didn't go to school for the first time until I was in 5th grade. And so I've always looked at education as this just incredible privilege that not everyone has access to. And I try to bring that attitude into my classroom so that students feel that gratitude for the education that they receive. I've flipped my classes where my students get all of their lectures and reading at home, and then in class we can do other things. For me, it was a way so that I could, one, get students more involved and more excited, but also two, it was important for me to focus on social justice and decolonizing my classroom. And I couldn't do those things unless I had more time with the students. And I think we're going to see more innovation as time goes on. I love the students. I love that whenever I come into work, I have these happy faces that greet me. There's never a day that I come into work where I'm feeling like, oh, I wish I didn't have to come into work today. There's not a lot of people I know that can say they genuinely love what they do, but I think I'm very lucky to be able to say that.
My goal is really to help students find MCC as an option and navigate a group of team members who are able to support those students. Yes, I'm that guy who likes Excel probably more than anybody should right offhand, but in the end, it really tries to help improve the experience for my team ultimately and the people who are making some decisions. And you constantly just learn, grow, and evolve, and I've really looked at this opportunity of looking at some of our data and going, who's enrolling in our community? What services are we providing? Really trying to get an understanding of information that helps us make better decisions. So if I can learn something in Excel to help me do things either easier or help other people, that's been critical to me. Sometimes in life we can get down pretty easily. There's lots of things that we can't control. But in all honesty, when I think, how can I help others, is sometimes being that positive voice and just saying, hey, let's make a joke, let's have some fun. I love working with just truly a group of people who are dedicated to helping students and helping each other. There is no Ferraris in our parking lots that exist. There's some opportunities for us to have such an impact on students and on each other. It's a very rewarding place to be, and I'm very glad to be a part of MCC and work with the people that I get to work with.
I I was born and raised in Kansas City. All the way back to my great-grandparents have been members of the Kansas City, Missouri community. And my great-grandmother, Pearl Highshaw, really taught me that it is important that I give back to a city that is constantly uplifting me. And so my passion for service started there. J.E. Dunn has a huge heart for philanthropy, and as part of those efforts and as builders of K-12 spaces, we realized that it was important for us to make sure that our philanthropic efforts align with K-12 spaces. One of the reasons that I wanted to join J.E. Dunn is because the values of this company align with my personal values. From the very beginning, when J.E. Dunn finished his first project for the Army, he did not ask for a profit, he returned that. Community impact is focused on making sure that that 10% of pre-tax revenue is spent in a responsible way and that it truly does make an impact with outcomes that we can see. We are proud supporters of MCC, so we are hoping that we can connect students who are getting workforce ready or who are ready to enter the workforce, the skills that they need both inside the classroom and in a skilled crafts way, so that we can ensure that the students are able to find their most fulfilling career opportunity. Getting pregnant at 19 did not end my world. It did not stop me from becoming a successful professional, and MCC is part of the reason why.